Ladies, gentlemen, welcome back. Today we are looking at Together to Victory Elite. There's two of these. There's obviously the easy version and the hard version. Both are relatively easy. Basically a new PvE mode they added in with some weekly rewards. I couldn't tell you if this is permanent, if this is going to be a thing, or if it's just for a couple of weeks. But yeah, so I thought I would just go through it, and there's not really sort of a style to this apart from speed is your friend, because you do actually have to get to the points in a certain amount of time. But yeah, I thought it'd be interesting to have a little run through, commentary over the top, and I've probably done maybe, I don't know, 10 games of this so far. We've gone far past the rewards, but just been trying to finish up this quest where you need to get 10 hidden boxes. Now we'll see one of the hidden boxes in here, and then obviously my partner in here picks up another hidden box, but there is a third one that is hidden really well that you have to kill 2 bosses to actually get that third box. You should see 3 boxes in each one. So yeah, it's an interesting mode. I like the fact you can use your own units. Personally, I would have liked if once you kill all the units, you have the boss left on each one of the points, and the boss was actually hard, had mechanics to dodge and stuff like that, similar to, as I always say, the Scourge of Winter boss. So yeah, I wish that was the case, but I like the idea of getting these boxes, and then you get more powerful as you go. You definitely feel that power as you go up the levels, as you go to the different points. So I like that side of it, and the hidden treasures. I think that's cool. I think they could have elaborated on that slightly further. But overall, as a PvE thing, to do every now and then for the rewards, I don't think it's that bad. It's quite fun to partner up with one other person and do it. Just get on Discord and chat while you go along. What I have found, what a lot of people, that's kind of an obvious thing, is the best class to do this on, the best weapon is Longsword, and the best unit is Imperial Spearman. It's a big shock, I know, but that turns out to be the best way to do it. Even though the Imperial Spearmen don't do much damage, by the time you get 2 or 3 of the damage things, they actually start doing damage and become basically unkillable. So if you get one teammate with them, and then the other one has an Onamusha or something that can kind of self-heal to an extent but does high damage, then you can really make some waves and get quite far into this. There's the hidden box. So if you look on screen right now, hidden box right there, it will give me something like 19 leadership or 65 leadership. So that's one of the boxes sorted. And then obviously we go here and we grab. So I've just grabbed a health box that increases mine and my unit's health by a certain amount. At the moment, the assassins that we're killing right here don't actually do anything. So you can leave those and just let them chase after you, but you don't need to do much. This stage right here, if you don't sprint fast enough, or if you're not a longsword, you can get clapped by these guns pretty easily. So just send in the old the shields in and just rag your way through them. It's we were actually having a discussion last night about PvE modes and stuff like that, and obviously some people are for them. I'm for them if we, as long as we've still got PvP stuff coming out, because it is a PvP game at the end of the day. But if this is just something else to do and it's not mandatory, then I don't see a problem with it. I find that Conqueror's Blade, the designers or the devs or whatever, the one thing they do that always is they make a game mode that actually has so much potential, but it just needs to go that one step further, I always feel. As I said, with the bosses, I'd love you to be going stage to stage and the bosses are actually hard. I kind of feel like a raid in sort of an MMO sort of thing. And then with the treasures, they should have hidden more secrets around here to find and given you slightly more time, but then also kept the time down, maybe given it an extra minute on each stage. So you can go find these treasures, and maybe the treasures lead to things outside of this. I don't know. You could have done a lot with this zone. But it's cool nonetheless. Actually, in that same vein, it's similar to in Defender Deploy. I always thought that's got so much potential. I just love to have way more maps. for it, and to make it a little bit harder. But nonetheless, it's cool, and we're just working our way through it. We've done all the rewards for the week, so now I think we're just as I said, we're just doing it to get the quest done. But if you're going to do this, 100% longsword. If you want to do it really efficiently, I mean, I've done it as dual blades. It's not impossible by any means. It's just you have to be slightly more careful. Where this one you can heal all your troops, and it's super easy to get around. But yeah, I would like to know what you guys think of it. It's yeah, I don't mind it at all. I just would love some PvE to be like actually kind of challenging. Would be really nice. So yeah, so now I'm running back. I'm gonna grab another box. I think I'm gonna go for the damaging box. Get a bit more damage on the shields, and eventually we will change over to the Orchiai Samurai. I've always butchering that name. The Samurai with the pikes. Once we get this down, we got one more stage to go through before we get to the final stage, and then at the end I will show you where the secret bosses are hidden, so you can find those. Yeah, it's something that I got told about by Temple Tart, who obviously he's, I don't know if you haven't seen it, you might have. They got a podcast that they do on CB, but I was chatting to him and he said, oh yeah, there's 2 hidden bosses, and so we had a look around and then found them. So if you're wondering where they are, this video will show you where they are. And also the video that you're watching right now is sped up because I'm not going to endure you 18 minutes of this video. 1 would be hard to talk through, but 2 would be yeah, it's a slow process. It's a slow process. You probably could definitely speed it up by not doing the Imperial spears, but I don't know, like Shield Maidens after a while just end up sort of wilting away with how many guns are here. Shield Maidens feel like they should be tanky, but they're really not that tanky. That I'm glad about, because they are already do so much damage, but you put those in sword mode, and in this especially, they do die pretty quick. So now 1 more box, just to bump ourselves up even further. I've gone for the health one, because my partner there went for the damage. So, and now we're going to be changing unit. And so here we go, we got the pikes, and these pikes I'm having such a good time with. Such a good time. The damage when you do a thrust is just so cool. It feels good. I've got a video that I'm gonna be working on soon that is kind of an updated look at these guys. Now we've had a bit of time with them. Obviously I made a video about them where I thought, oh, they were struggling a bit, but I've come to find a way to play these that actually sort of works quite nicely. It's never to be static, basically. It's just always to keep moving and bobbing and weaving, because these guys actually heal themselves from when they stab. So as long as you're stabbing not like that, and you're stabbing properly, you actually should be able to just keep suckling health. So now this is the last boss right here. He's pretty easy, and there's just lots of archers and guns up here, so I'm just gonna send my guys up to do a little stabby stab. But the numbers, oh, the numbers, so nice. Little spin into all of those dead, beautiful. And now the boss is just standing there. I kind of wish he would actually do some hard-hitting attacks or some big move, but he's not. We just got to take him down. He's just got a lot of health. Oh, and a little tip or trick or whatever. If you want to kill the bosses in here really quickly, go short bow. Doesn't sound that appealing, but short bow. 2 of the abilities, well, the steel tipped arrow and the Angry Hornets works off of percentage damage of their current health. So if you do it to one of these guys, you will put a dot on him that is ticking away for something like I think it was about 16,000 per tick. So it's always a way, if you wanted to go around and kill these bosses very quickly, that would be the way I would suggest. Any boss, any PvE thing, boss, the short bows are incredibly good at taking care of. It's sort of broken. Just finishing up now. A few little more stabs. 570 kills. It's going well. And then we've just got a assassin that's doing nothing, just being annoying. And I go and actually have another check up there, because you can get rid of the sort of trebs that keep spawning on you. And I didn't actually know where the last three were, and they're up here. And you can just, if you're getting bombarded by them, just come up here and kill those. This is the first time I'd seen them, so yeah. But once we've done this, I will put a little clip in at the end, showing you where the hidden bosses are. I know this has probably been a little bit weird from the norm, because obviously PvE is slightly boring, but I think it could be much funner in this game, PvE, if it was done properly. But yeah, so now that's done and dusted. You only need to do a few of them to get 5 artificial stones per go and some glory. But this is where the hidden guys are. You come back to this point right here, this supply point, and there should be a little gap in the fence that I failed to jump. For some reason my spacebar wasn't working. So you jump over here, and there should be 2 hidden guys just down here. So if you kill these guys, they count as a box. So that'll be your 3 boxes for doing your run. So that's where they are. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next one.